Rec, rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker Radio, Public, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 10 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Bumblebee. It is the sixth overall Transformers movie, the first spin-off, the first one not directed by Michael Bay. It stars Haley Steinfeld, John Cena, Dylan O'Brien, Peter Cullen, Pamela Adlon, George Lindenborg Jr., Angela Bassett, Justin Theroux, and it is directed by Travis Knight. And if you want to get a shout out in my review of Holmes and Watson, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So, you got Cybertron. It has fallen. The Autobot resistance is doing what they can to preserve the home world. Bumblebee is sent to Earth to protect Earth. As soon as Optimus Prime finds all the Autobots, they'll go to Earth. And hopefully Bumblebee doesn't have to defend the planet from any Decepticons. But he does. Man, it's the 80s, man. It's a prequel. It's a Transformers prequel, roughly 20 years before the original movie. And I was curious, but skeptical about this movie. For one, I thought it was like counter programming. Like, I'm pretty sure the Transformers and like comic book movies, Aquaman, have basically the same target demographic, geeks like me. So I mean, if you strap for cash, you got to pick. So like, I don't know, if I'm a studio head, I'm thinking more people are gonna go see Aquaman than Bumblebee, especially since the last four Transformers movies have not been that well received. But like, I really like Haley Steinfeld in this role. She's a goofy, awkward teenager. She wants a car. It's all she's not quite at her Edge of 17 character, but the vibes are there. She's awkward, not very many friends, and she keeps to herself. George Lindenborg Jr. plays the guy across the street who's crushing on her, who is basically the only other human that's on her side. And between them and Bumblebee, it's a lot of fun to be had. John Cena plays like the lead military soldier in charge of hunting down Bumblebee, and he's influenced. But then, like, to me, this movie is different, man, because I feel like Michael Bay, at least from Revenge of the Fallen all the way to The Last Night, he had like these set piece driven movies. The action dictated the story. Whatever he could put like a pyro show on determined what he wanted to do. And this one is a character driven Transformers movie. This is my favorite Transformers movie overall. Like, I watched the animated movie like before The Last Night came out, and I thought it was fine. A lot of people my age think it's the best Transformers movie ever, and I think Bumblebee might be the best Transformers movie ever. I don't know, see, best and favorite are so subjective. Like even best is an opinion, but favorite is definitely an opinion. And Bumblebee is my favorite Transformers movie. The humor is there, like the humor with the radio that Bumblebee has always been known for is there. It's a Bumblebee origin story. How we met Bumblebee in the original Michael Bay Transformers is told in this movie, and it's very cool. There's backstory and there's depth to Haley Steinfeld. Her relationship and chemistry with a CGI robot car is good. It's funny. Like I laughed more than I thought I would going into a Transformers movie, man, because like the last one I thought was boring. I thought The Last Night was boring, sadly. But some humor doesn't work, of course. There were like the parents. Her parents are stupid. They they go a little too far. There's a puking incident that's played for humor. I think John Cena is a solid villain. He's not The Rock, but I don't think he's a bad actor. There's not even really like it's advertised as a mid-credit scene, but it's just like the title card Bumblebee comes up and then there's another scene. But then there's no technically mid credit scene. There's no post credit scene. And I sat all the way through the credits too. But I mean, when it comes to a Transformers movie, man, like I think the acting is more than serviceable. Like Haley Steinfeld is a good actress. The supporting characters are good. The villain is good. The there's not like a Megatron. There are like two Decepticon like jets that touch down on Earth that are chasing Bumblebee. Like I was entertained by the story. The action doesn't determine the story. The set pieces don't dictate where the story goes. This is a character driven Transformers movie and I really enjoyed it, man. So with all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that Bumblebee is dope. Have you seen Bumblebee? What you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, man. Let me know. Um, what other Transformers would you like to see get spin-offs? Like I feel like Optimus Prime is the obvious choice, but an Optimus Prime movie basically is a Transformers movie. Um, I mean, I really just want to see Bumblebee sequels because this can't be his only adventure in within a 20-year gap. You know what I'm saying? From '87 to '07. Check out my review for Aquaman. Check out my reviews of Into the Spider-Verse and the Mule, Rec League Podcast. Jump over there, subscribe to the Rec League Podcast YouTube channel. All 9 episodes are on the channel. I'm gonna see Holmes and Watson in a few days. Get your if you want that shout out before I forget, because I definitely was about to forget. How much will Aquaman make opening weekend? Be the first, be the closest. Get your guesses in within $2 million by noon Central Time, and you'll get shouted in a few days. Top 10 favorite movies of the year, 3 favorite movies of the fourth quarter of the year, complete Blu-ray collection update, most anticipated movies of the year, all on the way, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.